Two-pole breakers protect two circuits simultaneously, a design useful for large appliances or systems that draw high current, such as electric water heaters, stoves, or air conditioners. The two poles are connected to different phases of the electrical system, which provides redundancy if one phase fails. Single-pole breakers, in contrast, protect only one circuit, and they're typically used for lighting, outlets, and other small electrical loads. While single-pole breakers may appear sufficient for most of the labeled users in the electrical panel, an electrician might choose to use two-pole breakers for several safety and efficiency considerations. Firstly, future expansion is a key factor. If plans involve adding more electrical loads to the same circuit in the future, a two-pole breaker can accommodate this additional demand without requiring rewiring or replacing the breaker. Secondly, efficient use of space is another consideration. Two-pole breakers can often fit in the same physical space as two single-pole breakers, making efficient use of the available space within the electrical panel. Thirdly, a two-pole breaker can assist in preventing circuit overloading by ensuring that the total load on both poles does not exceed the breaker's amperage rating. For example, if a two-pole 15-amp breaker is used, the total load across both poles should not exceed 15 amps. While using two-pole breakers for single-pole loads isn't necessarily ideal, it's not inherently a safety issue. The circuit will still be protected, but it may not be the most cost-effective or efficient use of resources. However, if there are concerns about safety or efficiency, replacing two-pole breakers with single-pole breakers where appropriate can be considered. This would involve assessing each circuit's actual load and future needs to determine the most suitable breaker type. To make a determination, a licensed electrician should be consulted for professional advice and to ensure compliance with local electrical codes and the National Electrical Code. Understanding the purpose and function of different types of circuit breakers is important for maintaining electrical safety and efficiency in a home or building. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines and standards for electrical installations to minimize the risk of electrical shock and fire hazards. When selecting circuit breakers, it's essential to consider the load requirements of each circuit and to choose breakers with the appropriate amperage rating. Overloading a circuit can cause the breaker to trip frequently, which is an inconvenience and a potential safety hazard. It's also important to ensure that the wiring is properly sized for the circuit's amperage rating to prevent overheating and potential fires. The NEC provides tables and guidelines for determining the appropriate wire size for different amperage ratings and circuit lengths. Additionally, ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are important safety devices that protect against electrical shock. GFCIs are typically installed in areas where there is a risk of water exposure, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor outlets. They work by monitoring the current flow in a circuit and detecting any imbalances that could indicate a ground fault. If a ground fault is detected, the GFCI will quickly trip the circuit, cutting off power and preventing electrical shock. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or FSIs, are another important safety device that protects against electrical fires. FSIs are designed to detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical conditions that can cause fires. Arc faults can occur due to damaged wiring, loose connections, or other electrical problems. When an arc fault is detected, the FSI will quickly trip the circuit, cutting off power and preventing a fire. Regularly inspecting the electrical panel and circuit breakers is an important part of home maintenance. Look for any signs of damage, such as cracks, discoloration, or loose connections. If any problems are detected, it's important to have them repaired by a licensed electrician promptly. It's also a good idea to label each circuit breaker clearly so that it's easy to identify which circuits are protected by each breaker. This can be helpful in the event of a power outage or electrical problem. When working on electrical systems, it's crucial to follow safety precautions to avoid electrical shock and other hazards. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on it, and use insulated tools to prevent electrical contact. If unfamiliar or uncomfortable with electrical work, it's always best to hire a licensed electrician to do the job safely and correctly. In summary, selecting and using the appropriate circuit breakers is essential for maintaining electrical safety and efficiency. Understanding the purpose and function of different types of breakers, following NEC guidelines, and regularly inspecting the electrical system can help prevent electrical shock, fire hazards, and other electrical problems. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it's always best to consult with a licensed electrician if there are any questions or concerns. Now, let's discuss some specific scenarios and considerations related to circuit breakers and electrical panels. Consider a situation where a homeowner wants to install a new appliance such as a dishwasher or a microwave. Before installing the appliance, it's important to determine the electrical requirements of the appliance and to ensure that the existing circuit can handle the additional load. Check the appliance's nameplate for its voltage, amperage, and wattage requirements. Then assess the existing circuit to determine its amperage rating and the amount of load already on the circuit. If the existing circuit cannot handle the additional load of the new appliance, a new circuit should be installed. This new circuit should have the appropriate amperage rating and wire size to accommodate the appliance's electrical requirements. It's also important to install the appropriate type of circuit breaker for the new circuit, such as a standard breaker, a GFCI breaker, or an FSI breaker, depending on the location and application of the circuit. Another scenario involves troubleshooting a circuit breaker that trips frequently. If a circuit breaker trips repeatedly, it indicates that there is a problem with the circuit, such as an overload, a short circuit, or ground fault. To troubleshoot the problem, first identify the circuit that is tripping and determine what devices are connected to that circuit. Then try disconnecting some of the devices to reduce the load in the circuit. If the breaker continues to trip after disconnecting some devices, there may be a short circuit or a ground fault in the wiring. In this case, it's best to call a licensed electrician to inspect the circuit and repair the problem. It's also important to note that some circuit breakers are designed to trip more easily than others. For example, GFCI breakers are designed to trip quickly in response to a ground fault, while arc fault breakers are designed to trip in response to an arc fault. If a circuit breaker is tripping frequently and there is no apparent problem with the circuit, it may be necessary to replace the breaker with a new one. When replacing a circuit breaker, be sure to choose a breaker with the same amperage rating and type as the original breaker. It's also important to follow the manufacturer's instructions for installing the new breaker. In addition to these scenarios, there are also some general guidelines to follow when working with circuit breakers and electrical panels. Firstly, always turn off the power to the circuit before working on it. Secondly, use insulated tools to prevent electrical contact. Thirdly, never overload a circuit. Fourthly, label each circuit breaker clearly. Fifthly, inspect the electrical panel regularly for any signs of damage. Sixthly, if there are any questions or concerns about electrical work, consult with a licensed electrician. By following these guidelines, one can help ensure electrical safety and prevent electrical problems in a home or building. Furthermore, understanding the different types of circuit breakers available is crucial for selecting the appropriate breaker for a specific application. Standard circuit breakers are the most common type of breaker and are designed to protect against overloads and short circuits. GFCI breakers are designed to protect against ground faults and are typically used in areas where there is a risk of water exposure. FSI breakers are designed to protect against arc faults and are typically used in bedrooms and other living areas. Dual-function breakers combine the functions of GFCI and FSI breakers, providing protection against both ground faults and arc faults. In addition to these common types of breakers, there are also other specialized breakers available for specific applications. For example, shunt trip breakers are designed to be tripped remotely by an external signal, while surge-protected devices, or SPDs, are designed to protect against voltage surges. When selecting a circuit breaker, it's important to consider the specific requirements of the circuit and to choose a breaker with the appropriate features and capabilities. The NEC provides detailed guidelines for selecting and installing circuit breakers, and it's important to follow these guidelines to ensure electrical safety. Moreover, proper installation and maintenance of electrical panels are essential for ensuring the reliable and safe operation of the electrical system. The electrical panel should be installed in a dry, well-ventilated location and should be easily accessible for inspection and maintenance. The panel should be properly grounded to prevent electrical shock, and all wiring connections should be tight and secure. The panel should be inspected regularly for any signs of damage, such as corrosion, overheating, or loose connection. Any damaged or worn components should be replaced promptly to prevent electrical problems. Additionally, the electrical panel should be kept clean and free of debris to prevent overheating and potential fires. Dust, dirt, and other debris can accumulate inside the panel, which can impede airflow and cause components to overheat. It's also important to ensure that the panel cover is properly installed and secured to prevent accidental contact with live electrical parts. When working on electrical panels, it's crucial to follow safety precautions to avoid electrical shock and other hazards. Always turn off the power to the panel before working on it, and use insulated tools to prevent electrical contact. If uncomfortable or unfamiliar with electrical work, it's always best to hire a licensed electrician to do the job safely and correctly. In conclusion, circuit breakers and electrical panels are essential components of any electrical system, and understanding their purpose, function, and maintenance requirements is crucial for ensuring electrical safety and reliability. By following NEC guidelines, selecting the appropriate breakers, and maintaining the electrical panel properly, one can help prevent electrical shock, fire hazards, and other electrical problems. And remember to consult with a licensed electrician for any questions or concerns about electrical work. In addition to the technical aspects of circuit breakers and electrical panels, it's also important to consider the human factors that can contribute to electrical accident. Many electrical accidents are caused by human error, such as carelessness, complacency, or lack of knowledge. To prevent these accidents, it's important to promote electrical safety awareness and to educate people about the hazards of electricity. This education should include information about how to work safely with electricity, how to identify electrical hazards, and how to respond to electrical emergencies. It's also important to encourage people to take responsibility for their own safety and to report any electrical hazards they encounter. Furthermore, it's important to create a culture of safety in the workplace and at home. This culture should emphasize the importance of following safety procedures, using personal protective equipment, and reporting any unsafe conditions. It should also encourage people to speak up if they see something that doesn't look right. By promoting electrical safety awareness and creating a culture of safety, we can help prevent electrical accidents and protect people from harm. One final note: understanding the local electrical codes is important, as these codes may have specific requirements for circuit breakers and electrical panels. These requirements may vary depending on the location and the type of building. Always check with the local electrical authority to ensure compliance with all applicable codes.